Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with the Bersa TPR9c. This is a double action, single action hot rod made in the Argentina. This was designed to be a conceal and carry firearm. I don't know how well thought out putting a threaded barrel on that was, but it is what it is. I'm going to be honest with you. When I picked up this firearm, I thought it was a great little firearm. I'll give you some background about my impressions of the Bersa. The Bersa really, every experience I ever had with the Bersa Thunder 380 made me not excited about this company. And so when I saw this firearm, I was a little nervous that it might not be just a particularly great firearm. I took it to the range. I took it with some other firearms today, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. So the Big Baby Bucket is my camera woman, and so she took some videos, and then she ends up shooting along with me. We did some warm-up shots. I love the way this feels. This is not overly snappy. The weight from it being an all-steel gun makes it a pleasure to shoot. Controls were easy to get to. It was just a lot of fun. A couple of thoughts about it and the things that I noticed with it. First, that trigger. It's long, it's heavy, and it can make for some inaccuracies with your shooting. And when I love the trigger reset, it was awesome. I could get those second rounds off, but I noticed in the firing there's a little bit of creep in the trigger. That being said, let's look at how I did. At 10 yards, I was shooting a little low, and I had one almost off the target and one that did get off the target. But what I will tell you is that is a fairly tight group. If you put the time, energy, and effort into taking this and training with this firearm, I think that the TPR9c is an extremely viable option. And the gun market is getting less crazy. Prices are coming down on firearms. The only places that I can see this for sale, online, have it right around that $500 mark. Before the craziness, I think these things were selling for $420, $450 new. It does come with 2 magazines. This one is a threaded barrel. It has a lot of features on it, and so I think on the used market, when all the craziness is over, people could pick this firearm up relatively inexpensively, and I think you get a lot of upside for this particular firearm without that huge exorbitant cost on the front end. One of the things that I like to talk about, I don't like safeties. And I don't like safeties, when I say safeties, manual safeties. I don't like manual safeties because the bucket forgets to take them off. And I noticed that today at the range is, I want to practice like how I would carry it. So I always go ahead and I decock my pistol so I can practice that double action trigger. I'm so used to guns like SIGs, CZs, that you hit the button and you let it go and you're good to go. And this is more like a traditional Beretta, where to decock it, you're actually taking the safety on. And multiple times today, I'm ready to take that first shot and I realize, got to take the safety off. Now, if you train with a safety and you train to come up and hit that safety every single time, there's nothing inherently wrong with a safety. But if you don't train with it, that could cause you some problems. Same thing with the trigger. This is not a tuned trigger, and you're not going to take it out of the box and shoot it amazingly if you're not proficient with double action triggers. So when you get that discount pistol, when you buy that used pistol because it's such a good price, there is a homework assignment that comes along with it. If you're going to have this firearm, you got to practice with your safety. if you want this firearm, you're going to have to put rounds down range to practice that double action, practice that single action trigger. And if you're willing to do it, this level of accuracy, I can't, in a pandemic situation, I can't put 500 rounds through every single pistol to train with it. So this pistol, I think, with that kind of grouping, which isn't the best, is proficient enough for you to be successful with this firearm. So, as far as a budget pistol goes, I think this is a good option. I will tell you that the finish on the slide is fine. I have seen finishes like this, and make sure that when you get this home, you clean it, you oil it, and you maintain it in a cool, dry location. I'd hate to see this finish start to go. If you like what you heard today from the bucket here, go ahead and hit that like button. I'd love any comments that you have. And if you know anybody that is new to the 2A world, go ahead and share one of my videos with them. Let them see what we're all about. And you stay classy, YouTube.
I learned a lesson. Never half-ass two things. Whole-ass one thing.